All right, movies like I, Robot and artificial intelligence brought the fear of human-like qualities in technology to the forefront. But now, years later, the father of AI has recently all but denounced the innovation.
The technology is having an impact on the music business and content creation for sure. So here to share some insights on AI's impact is marketing expert and founding president of Boathouse, Karen Baker. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I don't think we even understand the AI world at all right now. We just hear certain things.
Right.
Is it as scary as the founder leaving it now and denouncing it?
That's a great question because I think it can be. Someone stated that it's at a point of exponential growth.
Yeah.
You know, it's moving so fast that people are really trying to keep up with it. So there's a lot of fear that it's evoking, particularly around careers. And we talk about content writers and writers. It's evoking a lot of fear for people at this time because they don't know what it is. They don't know how to use it. And before it was something that just made your life a little easier. Now it's coming into your life.
Yeah, we see it a lot with the writers' strike out in Hollywood. I mean, they're concerned with AI writing scripts, you know, directors doing that. But also, we talk about music creation. Voices can be completely replicated from artists. I mean, and there's no way to govern any of that.
No, and the only thing we have, that the White House put out an AI Bill of Rights, but it doesn't necessarily govern. It just gives some principles that people should follow. It's like social media. We didn't have any governance over that, you know. They were trying to do governance right now for the metaverse, but AI's moved so fast that they haven't had the opportunity, and I think that's where they need to step in.
Is it an attack on the creative world and the creative process? Do you think artificial intelligence will change how we do the creative journey?
It is changing it. I think the part of the attack is really about how you use it. Right? So when people have the expertise of a writer or content, it gives them the ability to kind of free you up a little bit because you can just pull from it. But if you have the expertise and you've been doing this for years, I don't think it's going to replace anyone right now. But if people misuse it from an ethical standpoint, there's the problems. Yeah.
This is probably a little minute thing, but I was listening to a podcast the other day and it was like a trivia one. And the guy was just like, I couldn't come up with just categories. So he went to Chat GPT
and
to help. It gave him all the categories and then he wrote questions from it, but it helped spark the creativity. And that's a fun way to use it.
Correct.
But it can just take over.
It can. So, you know, higher education is finding that people are using it completely. They're putting it in and the whole thing is becoming a paper for college right now. But the way that you're talking about is the great way to use it. Just to spark a little bit of creativity and then you go off because you have the experience to be able to do that. So language and understanding is going to be very important.
What would be some legal implications that could come down the road for AI, especially as we're talking about you have celebrity singers, you know, well-known people whose voices are being stolen and made into other songs?
You know, that's a part where I think you're going to need legal representation in the field. I think that's the governance that's going to have to come into it because, you know, just like anything, you all have been in college. If you turn around and took something and put it on there, then you're plagiarism. You know, it's infringement. It's going to be that same type, it is that same type of experience as well too. So that's the thing that's going to have to come in. We're going to see the legal field really get involved in AI, I believe.
Do you think like a singer could trademark their voice? Like, are we going to be maybe trying to see more of that anyway to protect themselves?
I think so. I think that it's going to be how are people going to protect themselves is the question, you know? And I think, you know, when you're talking about the ability to just pull something and then duplicate it and I can now have your voice, you know, where is the governance going to come in? Again, it's going to go back to that governance and ethics standpoint when it comes to AI.
It's scary to think, like with the presidential election coming up, I can't even imagine how it's going to be used.
And that's what has started to be, that's the conversation that started to be had, the politics and the fear around. You're going to see ads and things coming out from a content perspective, and then you won't know whether they're real.
What can we do as consumers to protect ourselves?
I think the biggest thing is understanding how you use the tool. You know, how you use AI. At Boathouse, we use it from the aspect of understanding what stories are in the news, the sentiment, the passion and themes. We're not using it from the aspect of, let me use it in order to put it against something, you know.
Deceive people.
Exactly, to deceive people, or to use it as a drive for how you understand what is going on in the marketplace completely. You know, it is a tool. And people have to understand it's a tool that can be an asset or it could be detrimental.
Oh my gosh. So what do you think, like, I don't feel like I know when I'm using AI. How do we even recognize it?
I'll give you a really small example. How you're using AI is when you go into the restroom and wash your hands. That's AI.
like the automatic faucet.
Correct.
It's everything
It's
then.
everything. So that's why the smallest use of it has now become so big that people forget that has been a basic thing. We used it amplified during COVID. But just sticking your hands underneath that's AI.
Okay, so it's not
AI.
all bad, obviously.
Yeah, I do like that feature.
Automatic toilets, all of that
Right,
stuff. That's AI.
That's AI. That's AI.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly.
Oh, we could
Wow.
go deeper and
I
deeper
know.
into this, but you are a wealth of information.
Yes.
No, I
Thank
appreciate
you for
having
clearing
me.
some of this up for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We may have to have you back once this all starts to roll some more.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.